in the language learning community, there's talk about language learning versus language acquisition, which are two different things. And broadly described, language learning is when you kind of like learn it like a subject in school, like a traditional classroom setting with textbook grammar rules and whatnot. But language acquisition, living and experiencing the environment of the world and surroundings around you completely in that language, right? So that's obviously how you acquired your native language. You spend the first X amount of years of your life, just getting constant input of that language, and then that's how you start to slowly build like your foundation for the native language that you speak. There's a lot of debate about this, about which one's better, which one kind of like method should you try in terms of language learning. I personally think there can be benefits to both, right? But I did just want to share an example of how I think I acquired certain words in Vietnamese, and much later on, right? Once I started actively trying to improve in the language as an adult and not as a kid, because I'm a heritage speaker of Vietnamese. So, for example, let's say I encountered like a new word in Vietnamese. So the word I will be using right above here is vô điều kiện. Translate to English, that means unconditional. The first time I saw vô điều kiện, I was able to immediately guess what it meant, that it meant unconditional, because one, I had seen the word vô before. I had seen it in the word vô thường, which is a Vietnamese word for impermanence. And when you take those two pieces, vô and thường, it means without or not, and then often. So without often means impermanent. And when I saw vô, I knew, okay, it had that connotation then of something like not being the case. Like it's like a negative, right? It's like I don't know enough about the linguistics to use the right term, but yeah, it's makes that like into a negative. And then điều kiện, I already knew was condition. So then when I saw vô điều kiện, I didn't translate it in my head, but I just immediately was able to click that it meant unconditional. So I didn't have to like look it up or anything. I was able to make that correct guess, and that's always a good feeling. So I think that's one example of how I was able to acquire a word instead of like learn it from like a flashcard or like a dictionary. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how it is for me, how it sort of worked for me.